Hi, this is a quick look at the My Classroom ESL lesson, no prep lesson for teachers, and it could also be for parents who want to teach their kids as well. So this is the main menu slide. You have your buttons up here, screen flashcards, click on the picture, the word appears, there's audio here, backpack if you want to use it for that day. This is exit screen, home page, return to the last slide viewed, last and next.
Book, chair, crayon,
So you just go through these with your
desk,
students instead of using the A4 paper.
eraser,
I call it
glue,
plug and play.
pencil, scissors,
And this one is the slow reveal here. So traditionally you'd use flashcard drilling games after you've introduced your flashcards to give the students more practice. And there's two of those. This is slow reveal and what's missing, and they're both classic games that ESL teachers use. And the card slowly rises from the bottom of the screen and the students have to guess what it is. And then you click on it and the word appears. You can also make it disappear.
crayon,
Just like that. Then the what's missing game, where all of the vocabulary is shown to the students and they have to figure out what's missing. So you can ask the students to raise their hands, or you can ask them to shout out the answer chorally. And then when they've got the answer, you just click on the card and it'll follow and reveal what's behind it.
crayon,
And the audio
book,
is included
eraser,
in each of the slides. And the next game, sorry, not a game, is the word wall. This is a useful little slide that you can show your students so they can see all the vocabulary words at a glance, and you can do drilling just by moving your mouse each way. And you can use it for spelling exercises and writing exercises so that they can see the picture and the word together. And if you click on the picture,
backpack, book, eraser,
you have audio. Next is the sentence builder slide. Here I've written a target question and a target answer, which is very common in when you're teaching these sorry, my throat. When you're teaching these vocabulary words to grade 1 students or kindergarten students, whatever, grade 2 students. And then you have the audio here.
what is it? It's a, it's an,
And then the audio is embedded in each word with a sentence.
it's a chair, it's a crayon,
And you can also change the target question if that's not the question that's in your book or in your lesson. And if you just exit out of it. Oops. Oh, this one's in a different format. And that makes it easier. Okay, so this one you can change in slideshow mode just by highlighting it and then changing it. There we go. I did the same sentence, but you get the idea. Then we have a bunch of vocabulary games so that the students can practice in a fun and interactive way in the classroom. There are different levels of games and different types of games, so clouds and spinning and beat the bomb. And then we have a team game, the go game, and then another team game, memory game. And then this game you can use as also like to introduce and what's the word? I guess, yeah, introduce the vocabulary to the students or have them practice it as well in a very simple way. You just click on the black and white picture and it will fill with color, so I call it the picture fill game. And then you can click on it again and it'll erase as well. So for example, you could use this by saying, who can find the eraser? And then a student will come up and click on the eraser. And then it'll continue until the picture is filled in. And then if they click the wrong one, you can just unclick it and say, oh no, that's not the eraser. That's a, sorry. That's not the eraser. That's a desk. And then they can try to find the word too. And you can click on the words on the side and fill with color. And then click them again and they'll disappear. So here is the clouds game, for example. And the clouds move. And the students have to find the word written here in the picture. So it's like a vocabulary check, word check, comprehension check, whatever you want to call it, game. And then, of course, there's audio in here as well.
Pencil.
If you want to use that. So if they hit the right one, it goes to the next slide and the next word. And if they hit the wrong one, it'll disappear. Just like that. And then the next game is the spinning game. Same idea, except now they're spinning. So scissors.
Scissors.
And if the wrong one, it disappears.
Tape.
And then beat the bomb. Controls are here, audio is here.
Pencil.
This one, they have a timer on it though. So they only have 10 seconds to hit the right one, or else the bomb sound goes off and they've run out of time. Pencil, they'll just click to the next one. Book, backpack. And then if they hit the wrong one, that's what will happen. And then we have the Go game. The Go game is, like I said before, it's a team game. And it's outside the PowerPoint. So that's why it took a minute to load. And it also has a macro in it. You just click the I here. I'll give you some idea about how to play it. And the blue is for the blue team and the red is for the red team. Audio is here.
Chair.
Nice and big. And you invite 2 students up to the board from each team, 1 student from each team. And you ask them to touch the screen and touch the word first, either by reading it or by listening to it. And then whoever touches it first gets a point. So you can check the score here. And it keeps score, this game. So it's a fun competitive game that the students like. And also you can change the score manually here as well. And then you can reset the game. And if you want to return after checking the score, you just press that button. And then go to the next slide. Just like that. And then here, it takes away a point if they hit the wrong one. And don't save the changes. We went through this one, and then this is the memory game. And I usually play this in teams of 2. And I have 2 students come up to the board at the same time from the same team. That way more students get to play. And they each turn over a card and try to find a pair together. And then when they find a pair, let me find a pair here. There we go. I have them either produce the target word or the target sentence or the target answer or question, depending on where we are in the lesson. So at first, I just have them say pencil, and then maybe I'd have them one ask the question and one answer the question. And then if they do it correctly, just hit one of these buttons on the top. It'll disappear, and you can award them a point. And continue until all the cards are gone. I've embedded 2 songs that cover all the vocabulary words in this lesson. And they're both by the same company, so that's good.
Pencil, sharpener, sharpener.
Just like that. And those are offline, they're embedded into the PowerPoint, which is great. So you don't have to actually go on YouTube to watch them and go online, because sometimes when you're teaching in some countries, you can't do that, or it's too slow. This is the word matching take-up slide. So there's a handout that you would give your students, and then this allows you to take up the answers as a class very easily just by clicking the enter button or the space bar, the arrows, or by scrolling the little wheel in your mouse down. And then the students can mark each other's work, or you can just have them mark their own, and then you scroll up to have it completed. And then the word search, there's the same for that. So I usually print out those on the double-sided so that the students who finish the word matching first can do the word search without. And then every teacher needs flashcards. So these are printable ones. Just make sure that when you print them, that you print them according. You choose the right printing specifications, and that you select the slides, because you don't want to print the whole PowerPoint. I've done that a few times, and it's over 100 slide PowerPoint, so you don't want to do that. And they're in color and in black and white, so you can use the black and white ones as coloring sheets or room decorations, whatever you want. And then the student flashcards, which are really great because you can print those off and they cut very easily. That's why they're up here, like in the corner. And then you can have the students play board games, memory games, find someone who activity sheets with them, everything with those. And they're in color and black and white as well. And then I've included in this one a drag and drop in case you're teaching where is the book, which is another common thing. So you can have, for instance, where is the book? The book is on the desk if you're teaching it with prepositions. So you just click once to grab it, and you click again to drop it. This is a really great drag and drop software that was created specifically for PowerPoint that I had purchased and created this with. So it's not like the other drag and drop free ones you can get on there that sometimes work and sometimes don't. This always works, and it's great. Yeah. Just click out of that. Don't save the changes. And then I've included in this new line that I've come up with tests. So we have speaking, writing, listening tests. So you just click on those. And if you want, you can. Here's the rubric, or this is a nice grid to keep track of your students and what their mark was for each question. There's the answers, and there is the question. So question 1, what is it? You just point to it and the student would answer. And then the writing tests. I have 3 different levels of writing tests. So the first is for the easiest level. This is when they choose a word from the word box and write it in. There's color in black and white, and then the answers. You can just show the slide to the students to take it up. Number 2 is they have to fill in the vowels. So that's a medium level. Color, black and white, and the answers. And the last level is where they write the word out by themselves. Color, black and white, and the answers. And then we have some worksheets. So this is where they have the picture, the English word, and then they can write the word in the native language to show comprehension or help them understand what it is. There's the printout for the word match, student handout for the word match and the word search. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my throat today. This is Find Someone Who. And trace and color. And trace and color large. Oops. There we go. And then the listening test. Sorry. So here's the listening test. You can.
It's a book.
The audio is embedded.
It's a
So
pencil.
that's really great. Because most times when you're teaching, you have to, find the test in some other book or some other file, and the audio in some other file, and it's a mess. So this is all in one, which I think is really convenient. And then again, you just bring up the circles when you want to take it up. And then this is the student handout. Again, in color and black and white. And then I've included here also a lesson plan that's editable. So there is your lesson. That should, all the stuff in there could, I think, easily last you 5 days of teaching, 40-minute class every day. And let me just show you here. When you click out of here, you can edit everything in the lesson as you like. Sorry. You can change the words if you're teaching British English, and oops, go back to classroom lesson. Yeah. Here, there's included the audio, and this one comes with clip art that I created, and so you get free clip art with it that you can use to make more worksheets with. So it's a clip art that I used. There's the black and white. And there's all of the clip art. Some of it I made and didn't use, or I made in different colors. So you can choose different colors. I'm not the greatest artist in the world at all. But mine's just very basic. But there was a clip art that I'd purchased on Teachers Pay Teachers. It's a lot better, but the problem is the copyright. If I have copyrighted material within the PowerPoint, I'd have to lock the PowerPoint, and then the teacher can't make any changes. And I thought making changes was important, and they can't make more worksheets and things like that. So there we go. There's Classroom. When you want to make the changes, you have to go in like this instead of through the main PowerPoint, because if you pull it up from the main menu, then it shows up in slideshow mode. And obviously in slideshow mode, you can't make changes because you can't see the slide sorter, what's in the slide sorter. So here you can go, for instance, to printables. Everything you want is in printables. And, and you can just click on the writing, for example, and bring up the PowerPoint that way, and then you can see. Now you can go into the slide sorter here like this and make changes. It's not in slideshow mode. And that's the same with everything. The worksheets, your lesson plan, your assessments. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to purchase it, it is for sale on Teachers Pay Teachers. And if you have purchased it and have any questions, please let me know. The link will be in the description. Okay, bye-bye. As soon as I find the... where is it?